What's up? Hello. I'm Antoine, also known as PurpleFireCrow. I'm here today. Exciting. Today, February 18th, 2021. We're coming into the new year. People are trying new things. They're trying to get rid of the old ways and bring in the new. And for me, this, DeafWoke, this is my new thing. Continue educating. Showing people what's up in our community, what's under our nose. I'm really excited. DeafWoke is about learning something new. It's about things that you've never thought of before. A chance, an opportunity that we get to hear from deaf people of color. But sometimes in these different regions and location, where are my individuals in my community? Where are they at? We don't get that opportunity. So this is more about entertainment, fun, learning, crying, exploring the frustrations. Today I feel really blessed to have my friend, to hear her story. Maybe many of you may not be aware of my journey. Growing up and trying to communicate with people. People they dismissed me, didn't understand me. That's when I almost decided to take myself out from this world. I was wanting to hurt myself. I felt like there was no place for me in the world until I found dance. It saved my life. I really wish people took the time to listen to me with their hearts. I wanted people to wake up. Wake up. We have to love each other, not belittle one another. So with opportunities of listening creates understanding. And that's what this was, enlightenment, DeafWoke, and that's what I'm bringing to you. So before I introduce our guests, I want to introduce our two fabulous interpreters, Jay and Kaylee. Come on up. What's up?
How are you two?
How are y'all two? Kaylee says, I'm excited to be here with you. Wonderful. Thank you for your service today. Thank you for coming and supporting. Peace.
I'm excited.
I'm excited. This person.
Yeah.
Ashlea Hayes. She came born and raised from Compton. Compton, California. She was bitten by the acting bug. She started her acting career in 2009. She loves storytelling. And in 2011, she got involved in SAG. She joined the SAG AFTRA, the union, which is honing and crafting ever since, the acting union. And she's been building and building and building and participating in the deaf community for over 27 years. She's been empowering the deaf community as well. And when she was driven and when she got engrossed into the deaf community and was exposed, ever since then she was empowering deaf community through education and the hearing community about deaf culture. When she isn't volunteering her time for working on new productions, she's teaching as well as Fusing Academy. Everything, the deaf culture. When she's not volunteering, at times she's building a bridge between cultures. And she's working at the Fusion Academy and the El Camino College.
Amazing person.
She's an amazing person.
Oh, amazing. Wait.
She's funny, sweet, and she's also raw. Don't play. She don't play around either. So, people, give it up, Ashlea.
Hi.
What's
up? How are you?
Nothing much. Same old over here.
How's the weather in Compton?
You know, it's nice out here. It really is.
Lovely, huh?
And it's funny because the temperature was about 57 degrees, right? And I'm like, oh, it's a cold day. Let me dress for it, you know. Your face.
57 in Southern California.
Yeah. I love the cold weather. I do. So 57, you know, I just get excited. My family's out of state. And so I'm like, guess what, guys? It's 57. And they just, you know, look at me like, what are you doing? What? Okay, you're cute. You're cute, sis. But nah. And, but I do. I love the cold.
Yeah. I mean, people on the East Coast, so you know they're you know experiencing snow.
Yeah, and I've been to Chicago before when it was like 5 degrees, and I was loving it. Just bundled up. I don't know. I don't know what it is about me. I don't know.
What do you do when it's snowing? Do you ski?
Oh no. Oh no. I do not know how to do that. I'll just like, you know, I just kind of cruise around, walk around it, but ski, no. I'm not built for that.
You know, one thing I forgot to mention in your bio that I need to let people know. You're an actress, yeah?
Yes.
For many years? So when you said you got bitten by the acting bug, you know, what inspired you to become an actress?
That's a good question. When I was younger, maybe in kindergarten, I had this teacher. I loved her. Her name was Miss Charles. And oh my goodness, I loved her so dearly. And she understood like the art of creativity and learning and merging those two together. And so we would do like little shows or storytelling of, you know, like Lost. We would read like the Constitution and make a story out of it. And so we would act out like these explanations of what we were learning in class, like the curriculum. And it was so much fun to be able to take our coursework and turn it into a story. And I love stories. I love storytelling. And so that was why it was like so easy for me to transition into acting, ever since I was, about 7 years old. It's just
7.
telling those stories.
What's one of your favorite stories that you love yourself, that you love to tell yourself? Do you have an array of them?
I do. And I'm really trying to get this story to become more popular for Black deaf children. It's called The People Who Can Fly. And it's a storybook. It's about slavery. And the screen froze for the interpreter. It's my favorite story. It's about slavery and how this character was able to fly. And it's a combination of Black culture. There's also a story about a lion and a bear. And I love it because the bear is so wise, and the bear is walking around, and then there comes this rabbit, and the rabbit's prancing through, and it's such a beautiful story. I love animals, so that might be why I love that story.
Yeah, these stories that are telling is one thing to have it vocally done, but to express it, through sign language. What do you think is something that's important about telling a story to deaf children? Are you telling stories to deaf children, adults?
hmm
What's really important to show?
I think the story itself is important. My focus is not solely on the deaf. My focus is on their background, whether you're hearing or you're deaf. It's not one or the other for me. And so for my audience, I want to include both cultures. I want everyone to feel included. And so in the stories that I tell, I gesture. I don't necessarily use American Sign Language. I use gestures. I might put a few signs in there, but mostly it's all visual so that everyone can understand. And it's the same with dance. It's so visual, and you're using your body to express that story. It gives me goosebumps thinking about it. And just using your body and your gestures to become the words, to tell the story, to show your heart. That, I think, is what's unique. And so for deaf children,
Or
for deaf children, it's the same. I want to tell that story and connect with those audience and pull them in through my story, through my gestures. And so that's what I think, art is and what art does.
do you mind giving us a small example of what the differences are, please? Just something short. You don't have to tell a full story. Just give us something. You reference, kind of being more gestural. What does that mean? Maybe the first paragraph of The Lion.
Okay, okay, sure. So the story is called He, the Lion, the Bear, and the Rabbit.
Yeah.
Oh, stop.
I love that story now.
Thank you.
I really do. You know, I've seen that story before, but the way you tell it is something different.
Yeah, it's so important, because Black people, whether you're deaf, blind, disabled, whatever, Black people have stories innate in us. We're storytellers. It's a part of who we are, it's our culture. And so it's so important to know our stories and why, it means so much to us. It has so much meaning behind it. And so it doesn't matter, if you think you're too big, too small, you can't, it doesn't matter, just go for it. Just improv as you go, because you have to know it's so important for Black people. We have made it through so many struggles, and so it's so important to know. And such a simple story like the lion, the bear, and the rabbit, it can tell so much about who we are.
I want to talk about, you'd mentioned, Black. So we have Black ASL.
Yes.
Now, some people don't understand what that means. Black ASL. Do you mind explaining a little bit about that?
Sure, yes. Black people, we are not a monolith, and we communicate differently. So, Black ASL, it's ASL. It is. We have a way that we communicate and we express ourselves. Similar to AAEV, we have that colloquial terminology, that nuances, and it's the same concept. It's a dialect, and our language is our dialect. It is a part of who we are. It's a representation of our culture. And so I grew up in an area where Black ASL, it was non-existent, not there at all. And so I grew up and I had never seen it, was not exposed to it. And it wasn't until I went into a conference in Alabama, Alabama State, and I went to my home state, and that's where I caught some signs, and I said, "Ooh, that's different. That's unique. I haven't seen that before." Because again, where I grew up, I just was not exposed to it. I'd read about it, mind you, but I hadn't seen it for myself with my own eyes. And it's funny because I still understood it because it was a representation of the culture, and it was almost like a gesture. Even though I hadn't met them, it was like I knew them and I knew their communication style. And it was like an immediate bond and connection. We shared that.
Right. You understood. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So you understood it before you even knew it.
Right. Exactly. I didn't even know that I knew it. And that was the difference. And my friend, too, they didn't understand, but my friend who was there was not Black, they were white. And so I immediately noticed that distinction. She was like, "How do you know that sign? How do you know what she's saying?" And it's just, well, I just do. I just knew what they meant. And it was something like braiding hair. Like, yeah, like box braids or braiding, like something about hair. And it was like how you do the braid, how you keep going, and you keep adding the hair to make it longer, and then you tighten it. And that was what they were talking about. That was what the signing conversation was about. And
Yeah, right.
I just knew what she meant. Oh yeah, she's talking about braiding. Just, I knew it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, we know exactly what we was talking about. Like
Yes.
we know what that means. Oh, come here. Let me do your hair. Can I do your hair? Oh, yeah, we know what that means.
Yep. And when you have to like burn the ends, don't get too close to your
Yeah.
scalp,
Yeah, that hot comb.
Oh, the hot comb. I hated that.
No, let's just go the natural way.
Here we go. We got my fro.
That's great. We discussed a little bit of Black American Sign Language. It's just about a different culture. All around the world, there are several different types of sign languages within cities. Different sign languages to countries. There's just various. It's just about learning different things. That's nice. And it's about being more accepting of who you are. Accepting us as the individual, accepting the community. There's no one way to sign.
Right.
There's no one way to talk.
Mm-hmm.
You're an actress, a dancer. You fight for people's rights. You're talking about
Yes.
access. Many people don't realize that have not read your bio that you're deafblind. How are you doing it?
Yes, I am.
My sister. You have no limits. No limits.
Well, this didn't happen overnight. Let me tell you. I've had my own grieving process, to accept my disability, in all honesty. Being deaf, I accepted that first. And that was easy because my family already supported my deafness. And so that was just, coming to terms with it myself. And I did go through a grieving process, but I came out the other side. And then when my vision started to decrease, that was a completely different story altogether. That was a hard process to get through. And I was scared. I didn't know anything else, and I didn't know other deafblind individuals at the time. So I was like, how can I communicate in ASL if I can't even see, And so I did end up finding a community to expose me to what deafblind life is. And and luckily it was when I was younger. And so, oh, you were saying?
So did you saying that you weren't born deafblind? It was later.
Right. Yeah, it
Oh,
was later. I was born hearing. Oh, sorry. Let me back it up. Okay, I was born hearing. And then I had an infection, a chronic ear infection, and that caused a nerve to be damaged in my ear. And then, genetically, deafness runs in my family as well. And so I was medically pronounced deaf, lightly deaf. And then when I was about 15, bam, profoundly deaf. It just hit when I was 15. And same with my vision. My vision was normal. And then I needed glasses in high school. And then everything just changed out of the blue. My vision it started to decrease slightly, and then boom, that went too. And so in college, that was when, I that happened, and I went to the doctor thinking that I had a meningitis. I thought that I had, the disease that can cause deafness and blindness. And I didn't have that, it turns out. I thought it was Meniere's disease, pardon the interpreters. I thought that that's what I had, but I did not. And it turns out glaucoma. I was born with 2 different nerve sizes. One was thin and one was quite enlarged. And so that caused glaucoma. And that really narrowed my field of vision. So this right here, this is my vision box. This is where I can see. And so I had to make a decision. Do I continue to wallow? Or, do I think about the story, the lion, the bear, and the rabbit? And do I work through it? So what can I do to get out of this state? I can continue acting. I can dance. Do I absolutely need to see for that? Without my glasses, could not see at all.
you can just close your eyes and dance.
Right. And so I thought, can I still interpret? Yes. Can I still teach? Yes.
I've been teaching over 25 years.
Wow.
I just tell people you can do it. How do you connect with people? you know, we're having kind of a tunnel vision. You know, how do you support the communication? Do you communicate in a different way? How? Different?
Well, first, before, you know, people know that I'm deafblind, because looking at me, you know, you cannot tell that I'm deafblind. And so when I meet someone, usually I will let them know that I can't see out of my peripheral. And so then, you know, we'll work from there, and that usually covers it. And with the deaf community, I will just tell them I'm deafblind. And I notice that the deaf community, it seems they have more pity than I would like. I don't know where it's coming from, what the reason for it is. Really, I have no idea.
No, huh?
Yeah, yes and no, you know? Yes and no. It's just deaf typically just your eyesight is so important and just so cherished and so valued that they seem to pity the deaf blind person. Kind of how a hearing person will pity a deaf person. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh. And it's like, I'm fine over here. What are you sorry for? What are you doing? I am fine over here because I don't know what you're doing, but I'm okay. And so I just, you know, tell them, you know, this is how I communicate. And
Right. So, you know, informing people that all you need is just communication, right? It's not a pity party.
right.
Yeah, I don't want your pity tea, right?
Right.
I don't want the pity tea. It's not a pity party.
Wrong with me.
Yes, you are fabulous. You know, when people talk about sign language, but it's just about, you know, having a different way. You know, I remember my friend, amazing person. He's deaf, artist. He's talking about PT.
PT. Mm-hmm.
And he was like, "Oh yeah, physical therapy." It's like, no, not physical therapy. No. What do you mean PT?
Oh my God, no.
Oh,
Tactile.
projectile. Oh, can you explain that? I don't know how to explain it.
Sure. Oh my gosh, I can't believe physical therapy. And they just thought, yep, that's it.
I was proud too. Look, I was proud. I was like, yeah, PT.
I know. That's why it's so funny. Oh no. No, that's not it. PT means pro-tactile. Okay, and pro-tactile, like
No, I'm slow. Oh, hold on.
Tac. Yep. Tag.
PRO.
Dial.
PROTACI. Pro-tactile. Yes.
Yep, and this is how you sign it. Pro-tactile. Because, you know, you have your one hand under the individual's hand and you're signing, and so it's called pro-tactile. And you can give feedback like yes, no. And you can bring that movement, you can move the hand onto different parts of your body. So you can have one hand that's doing an action, that's signing, and another is, you know, doing a different motion that means something different. It's a feedback of what's happening in the environment around you. And so that's what I use to communicate is pro-tactile. And so the deaf community is, ooh, I don't want to touch. I don't like that touch. Okay, you don't like touch? Well, that's how I communicate. So you're saying essentially you don't want to communicate with me? And they say, oh no, it's not that. It's just being so close. And I say, well, it is the same as a person who's talking with their voice and not signing with you.
You're like, wait, wait a minute.
Right. I'm like, I cannot see you. I need this physical touch, this communication. And so if a deafblind person tells you they need protactile, okay, that's what they need. So do it, provide the service. You know, it's just about equity and making sure that communication is clear and that we're not having, you know, a breakdown of communication. Anyway, I'll get off my soapbox.
No, come on, girl. This is DeafWoke. People need to wake up. You know, I think some people, you know, some people think about, you know, speaking and then, you know, signing. But it's about, look, I can't hear you. It's one way in which I communicate. You said, you know, you can't see sign.
Mm-hmm.
Prefer the tactile, that feeling, that sensation. You know, funny, you know, Black people say, I feel you. Yes, feel. Yeah.
Yes, what you just said. Yes. Black community, you know, that's the first thing that they'll tell me. It's, oh, I don't like touch. I'm like, what? What? No, because, you know, it's not that, you know, I necessarily want your touch or something like that. It's I need this to communicate. It's a necessity.
Oh, so after you explain it, they wake up. That's what it's about. Taking the time to listen, not with the eyes, but listen with your soul.
Exactly.
And that's how we bridge coming together. You know, a person who uses a protactile, you know, it's interesting because there's a connection that saved my life. Because it's about being more patient, about being more expressive.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and then doing, you know, that funny gesture that's done with the trying to circle your hand and touch your head, that becomes easier, right? And then doing the touch,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
You're
when you're
right.
laughing, you kind of do the twiggling of the fingers over the fist.
Yeah,
You know,
for
kind of how you
laughing or
express
thinking.
laughing. Oh, so this is
You can
thinking.
do this for thinking as well.
Okay, so this is a sign for thinking, and this is how you express thinking using protactile. What about no? What if
No.
somebody, yeah,
No.
how do you express that?
No. That's like a rubbing it to the left and to the right. No.
So this is how you say, okay. Is it a leg? Where? How about prefer touch? Where on the body? The leg?
So the shoulder is safe to touch.
Mm-hmm.
And really it depends on the person, you know, their preferences. But in general, the hands, the forearm, the leg is safe. Now, my preferences, I don't care. You know, you can, you know, where I'm showing you right now is safe for me. You know, because I want to know what's happening around me. And so if you can express that to me and show me on my body, that's what I want.
So, you know, learning about the tactile, you know, how do you know, when you're laughing hysterically, how would you show the levels of laughter?
2 hands. And then 2 hands and then one, it's like a grab.
Thank you for teaching us that. I don't want to take too much of your time, but one more question. It seems like you love your family.
I do.
And you love to teach hearing, deaf people of all kinds.
I do.
You love to empower people.
I do.
Teach ASL. You know what's up? Do you have other deaf people in your family, or are you the only one identified as being deaf? You know, I know you love everyone, but yeah.
No, really, my family is just really open-minded and embrace disabilities and all abilities. My grandmother, she was deaf. Not because of old age, but she was genetically deaf, and that was passed along to me. My brother and my sister are hard of hearing. And again, medically speaking, not culturally speaking.
Whoa. Let's back up. Let's go. Medically deaf and deaf. Like deaf culture, like what's the difference between the being deaf culture and deaf medically?
Thank you for asking that. The medical definition, so to speak, is solely focused on the inner workings of your ear and your ear. It's not focused on language, on culture. It does not have a holistic approach. And so that's what, medically speaking, is the pathological approach. It's
So
just
that's small d, right?
yes, that would be small d, the pathological approach. Yes, big D, capital D, that is sign language.
That's me, yeah.
Yes.
Like,
Yes.
look. You see my shirt?
Yes, it is. You're funny. It's culture. It's language. It is that shared experience. And my family, they passed along that culture to me. My mom, she was hard of hearing as well. But she didn't wear any hearing aids or anything. My dad was hard of hearing. Same for him. My grandmother was the only one that did have hearing aids. Yeah, she had hearing aids, and her sibling as well. But I'm the only one that signs, that uses ASL.
Are you trying to teach your family sign? Trying to teach other people sign?
I try. My sister knows some. My hearing sister. I teach my mom some, and she's really good at receptively taking it in. But her output, her signing, so a little bit.
I know you had recorded yourself, kind of just showing the ins and outs of your life. Just being raw. Bringing people into your life using your YouTube channel. So I think this is a great opportunity to show the video.
Okay.
This video is with you and your mom. Y'all went to Disneyland.
Yep, you can hear me speaking in that video. And so I'm like, Mom, come on. And she's just frozen, thinking it's a photo. She's cute. She's funny. My mom's a little camera shy. You'll see that.
Dr. Facilier. I got the old school pen that has the tickets that you used to have to do in order to get on the rides. E-tickets. But they have all of them. If you see. Thank you. It's a cool pen. Very cool pen. It's so fun, fun, fun. Dun it, dun it, dun it.
That is so cute, so sweet. Your mama is so sweet. Okay, now we love your mom.
She's really cute. Oh, cutie.
Now you know what? It's time. It's game time. The game's called Name Those People. Ah!
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. Whew. Okay, there we are.
You ready?
Oh.
He's an American theater, film, television actor, comedian, and writer who happens to be deaf. He's launched his own show, online-based entertainment brand. Now he's living in LA. He graduated from Gallaudet. Gallaudet is a predominantly deaf institution. Oh, don't look, don't look, don't look, don't look. So this is a visual description of the picture. In the picture. It's a picture of a black man with a beard, black beanie, hat, and with a smirk smile. Also a black leather jacket. So who is it?
Okay. CJ Jones. Nah, just kidding, just kidding, just kidding. Okay, now this is my good friend Harold Fox.
Yeah.
Yay.
You almost said all brothers look the same, huh? She's an American actress, dancer, choreographer, singer-songwriter, director. She's in a TV show of Grey's Anatomy. She was in Fame. Now that visual description is a black and white picture of a black female with curly hair, afro, wearing a white collar, button-up shirt, rolled up to her elbows, black scarf with a silver stripes, smiling off the camera. Who is it?
Queen Debbie Allen. Hey.
Yep, Debbie Allen. Okay. She is an American attorney and author who's the first lady of the United States from 2009 to 2017. She's married to the 44th president of the United States and was first African-American lady. For a visual description, she's a black female with a shoulder-length volume black hair, staring at the camera, wearing a white long sleeve sweater, hands clasped under her chin. Who is she?
Okay, I'm going to go with Michelle Obama.
Mm-hmm.
I miss her.
I know, I love her. Okay, she is the first deaf Black female attorney in the United States. She's currently works in the U.S. Department of Labor's Office of the Federal Contract. The visual description: Black female with short, light, golden, brown, yellow hair, wearing a black dress jacket and random color pearls. She is smiling at the camera. Who is she?
Queen Claudia Gordon.
Okay, girl. Okay.
Look at that queen. Yes.
She is a native of Washington, D.C. This next individual is a deaf award-winning actress, writer, director, producer, choreographer, motivational speaker, teacher. Her television appearance includes Yahoo, commercials, the ABCs, a 10 through 8, the Showtime series Soul Food, Girlfriend, and Lifetime Strong Medicine. For her visual description, she's an African-American female, low-cut hair, wearing a white V-neck shirt, looking artistically at the camera. Who is she?
Okay. Michelle Banks.
Yes.
Oh my God, I called her deaf.
I mean, have you seen her? She's amazing. She's an American singer and actress. She was certified as the most awarded female artist of all time by the Guinness World Records. And it was one of the best-selling records artists of all time. She sells over 200 million records worldwide. And she has many, for example, I Will Always Love You. Oh, sorry. For a visual description, African-American female with glowing skin and short black hair, smiling directly at the camera. Head is slightly tilted, one hand under her chin, and wearing a black V-neck shirt. Who is she?
Whitney Houston.
Yes, Whitney Houston. Yes.
Queen Whitney Houston.
Oh,
yes.
I miss her. I miss her.
I miss her too.
This man is a man of many talents, performer with a fan base across the nation, and beyond original from Philadelphia, now residing in Washington, D.C. area. This consummate entertainer has been performing since childhood and has done and does nearly everything in entertainment world, plus travel the globe for the past dozen years. He's K-written powerful poems and songs, and his passion for music grows. He was also, he did the rendition at the Super Bowl of the national anthem. For a visual description, he's an African-American man with deep brown glowing skin. He has short black gray dreadlocks, pulled back, and a full beard. He is wearing a black V-neck shirt, a prominent silver ring on his finger, a diamond stud earring, and looking off the camera artistically. Who is he?
Wawa.
Yeah, Wawa.
Yes. Yeah.
Dude, I think you got them all right.
I did? Did I? Do I win a prize?
You passed. Now, we're going to take a moment to allow the audience to ask you some questions.
Okay. I'm excited.
So go ahead, audience. Ask. This is the time to ask Ashlea anything. Go ahead and drop your questions in the comment box. You got to support her, okay? The question is how is your how did you communicate with you when they didn't know how to sign?
My family?
How did you communicate with your family if they didn't know how to sign?
Well, we have our own way of communicating, you know? My mom, it's little things, you know, both my parents will look at me, they'll get my attention before speaking, they'll touch me so that I know that they're speaking. I'm used to their way of communication, so for me, it's easier than, you know, your everyday person. But with my family, because I've grown up with them, you know, I've you know, been around conversations with them, yelling with them, you know, all of the kinds of conversations that you're gonna have. You know, I'm just used to it, and it's just a lot of repeating.
Yeah, kind of home signs. Yeah, my mom and I, we have home signs as well.
Yeah.
All right, people. Another question.
I don't bite, I promise.
You don't bite?
I don't. No.
Oh, okay. Says basically, I got it. Home signs. Audience member said thank you.
Yeah, like for example, let me think of something. If my sister or my grandmother, let's use my grandmother for example, wanted to make sure that, you know, I'm seeing her, hearing her, she'll, you know, like pull my face in towards her, you know, like really pull it in. Like, are you seeing me? You know? And I'm like, oh, all right. But that's, you know, that's just my grandmother, you know, that's, you know, respect the grandmother, respect the elders. And, you know, for other people, like a tap, this means, you know, if you tap faster, that's, you know, more urgency. You know, a different type of tap might mean like a come on, you know, more of different connotations.
Other questions? What's your YouTube channel?
Oh, I have.
Yeah, I mean, I got you, girl. I got you. But go ahead.
Okay. Well, I mean, it's written right out there, but well, it's my name on YouTube, Ashlea Brittany. Just look it up. You'll see my face.
So if everyone knows Ashlea's social media, she has an Instagram. It's at Ashlea Brittany. It's spelled ASHLEABRITTNEY. And for her blog, it's at WANDERLUST_and_nibbles. For your YouTube channel, as you've already explained, it's youtube.com/C/ASHLEABRITTNEA or NEY.
It's me.
Yeah, girl, I know you love food. Okay,
Yeah, it's
I know
honestly
you
more
love
food than travel.
What is the favorite type of food you like cooking?
Ooh, cooking or just eating?
What is your favorite food that you like to cook?
Cooking. Okay. Pasta? Pasta or soul food? Just depending on the mood.
We got another question. Is how has COVID-19 impacted you as a Black deaf blind artist? Yeah, how's that impacted you?
I mean, first and foremost, communication has been impacted because of the lack of touch. You know, people don't want to touch with everything that's going on. And so that's pretty isolating. So I'd say that has been a big impact for me and me as an artist. As an artist, it's a little bit different because, you know, we're used to going out. We're used to, you know, auditioning. We're not used to just staying home. And so now we're having to create different avenues of showing our art. And so I think it's had its pros and cons. For me, I think it's been more positive. You know, many people feel stuck behind, you know, a screen. But I'd say the impact that it has had on me, it's made me open my mind more. Now there's even less limitations that I feel are on me. But I do miss Pro Tactile, 100%.
The question is, can you talk about 3D for deaf blind community?
Oh, I know who you are. It's, yes, Deaf Blind, Deaf and Disabled, and Deaf Plus. That's the 3D.
Oh, the 3D.
Yep, so we have Deaf Blind, and it doesn't necessarily go in that order, you know, it's just 3 included, 3 subcategories. So Deaf Blind, Deaf and Disabled, and Deaf Plus.
Oh, thank you. I didn't realize that, you know, I was thinking about the abstract. Oh, no, okay.
Right, and there's physical disabilities and there's other disabilities as well. You know, it's such a spectrum. And Deaf Plus, wow, that is a broad range, you know? It can include so much within that label.
Ah, the good questions is what one audience member said. Another one said, "Oh, I didn't know you love cooking. I guess I'm gonna have to follow your IG. Love to see your activity.
I do. I love food.
You love cooking. I know you love food. What kind of, you know, while traveling, what's some of your favorite food?
Really? I just love soul food. I do. You know, so every time I travel somewhere, I always try and find the most popular hood, you know, place that I can get some flavor. You know, like in California, there's, you know, Southern California, there's Northern, and they're different respectively. So, you know, just no offense, but I love Southern California. I do. I'm a Southern girl,
Why?
but
Why?
but wait, not finished. But
I'm listening.
I did find a little home in San Francisco. It is my little home. I do love it, you know, and
You moving back?
Oakland all the way, baby.
Now you talking to my town, about my town, Oakland.
See? Yeah, you didn't let me
That means you're
finish,
moving
you
here?
know? Oakland's got a little piece of my heart. I don't know if I'm gonna move there. You know, uproot myself, move it to Oakland. I'll think about it.
Oh, one audience member said she's a beast.
Thank you.
Okay. We got a few more questions. One question is, how did you get the attention of casting directors? Or how do you get the attention of casting directors?
Oh my God.
Because you are SAG. You are us.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, all right. All right. Let me tell you. It really depends on the production. I could show up and be just like any other actor, actress. I can show up and do my best work, research the character, put my heart and soul into it, leave it on the stage, and see what happens. And if they're specifically looking for a deaf person, I walk in and, spotlight's on me. Now, if I show up and they look at me, they're not expecting me to be deaf, they're not expecting me to be deafblind, they're not expecting a Black actress. It can be hard for people to believe that I'm deaf. I don't know why that is. So if they're looking for a deaf character, automatically it's like, I walk in the door and I have attention on me.
As an experience of an actress, your disability, deaf, are they open-minded to that? But a lot of scripts are, it's like one or the other. You're trying to merge. You're like, more the better. Come on.
I mean, and nobody knows what to do with me. They have no idea. It's like, oh, she's deaf. She's deaf. Where should we put her? Oh, can we put a hearing person in? Oh, no, blind. Where do we put them? Oh, sign language. So it's just like all puzzle. Where do you put them?
It's great because you come with more talents. So
Thank
people are like,
you.
oh, how do we work with that much skill? You know what I mean?
Thanks, Antoine.
So we have 2 more questions.
Okay.
We got a heavy question here. So the statement is, sorry, I arrived late. I'm not sure if you answered this question already. However, at the inauguration, when there was sign language that was offered by the service member,
The female firefighter that signed at the inauguration, she used ASL and BSL elements. And, people really loved it. She was really popular for signing that Pledge of Allegiance. And many people are scared and shy to show ASL for fear of the community or for people belittling them. What is your thoughts on that? I don't care, I ignore it when people come at me with criticism. The point is, there's deaf people in the audience, and she had lived experience, for all those years leading up to that. And finally now can be included. And so for people to judge, why are you judging? Before you were mad because there wasn't ASL, there wasn't that accessibility, and now there is and you're still upset? Why are you really judging? Are you focusing on equal access, or are you focusing on who's signing? And that's my question. So my point is really, it doesn't matter who's signing. The point is communication happened. And so if communication happened and that can make the future better, and we can have sign language visible, it doesn't matter if it's a a nurse signing, if it's, you know, a math teacher signing, if it's somebody at the inauguration. The point is somebody is signing. So why are you judging? Are you judging because of the style, because it has an accent to it, a dialect? Because you can or you can't hear them speaking? We have to get rid of this judgmental attitude.
It's not just about how the hand movement, it's about how you were touched. It's about the heart. It's how we communicating with each other. It's like what Ashley said. You know, don't worry about them. You know, if you're learning, go ahead and keep practicing.
Please do.
You know, deaf people will espouse and bring you in. You know, whether you're signing for fun, you know, people, you know, sometimes people get mocked for their sign language. But if you're very serious about learning it, you know, then the deaf community will adopt you right on in.
Yep. One story.
Question is, what is the biggest challenge you would like to see, the biggest change you would like to see happening in America, especially for Black, deaf, blind community? I love that question.
I mean, it's gonna sound cheesy, but equality for the deaf-blind community. You know, I'm not afraid to reveal myself, to show my identity, my deaf-blind self, because I'm not going to accept this oppression that is placed on me. I've been deaf-blind. I've been out since I was a teenager. There are teenagers out there that, you know, that they need this confidence to be able to show who they are. And so if people are open-minded, that is going to be a huge leap forward for the deaf-blind community. You know, I would like to see more deaf-blind included for the community that needs touch and visual communication and pro-tactile to be included.
Thank you. Wow. That was an amazing answer. Do you have any final words that you would like to let the people know?
Just love some deaf-blind people. Now, I'd probably say, in all honesty, to meet people where they are in communication. If someone says that they need touch and there's two people giving them environmental information on their back and somebody doing pro-tactile on the front, then do that. If somebody's requesting a specific method or mode of communication, meet them where they are, accommodate that need, and don't belittle them for it, period.
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Ashley, you are amazing. You're an amazing individual, amazing spirit. I do enjoy watching you dance.
Thank you.
I enjoy your while acting. Now you provide a place. You know, you're on, you know, natural. Oh, you're on the National Deaf Black Advocates, right?
Yep. And NBDADA. Yep.
You're the secretary. Oh man, girl, you are busy. You are busy.
Yeah.
That's so amazing. You got your degree.
I do.
Girl, you are busy.
I don't like to sit. I don't like to
Oh,
sit still.
yeah, okay. Well, thank you. Well, thank you for sitting with me.
Yeah, of
Thank you for
course.
chatting. Thank you for chatting with the audience.
Thank you for having me.
You know, people tend to say, I'll see you later. But, we need something different. How can we change out that phrase?
I like to say touch you soon.
Okay, touch you soon.
Touch you soon. Yeah.
Well, I'll touch you soon. Whoa, wow. Did y'all enjoy that? Oh man, I really woke up. This is what DeafWoke. This is what it's about. Finding your own journey. As later becoming deaf blind, what to do, but you just persevere. She's living proof that it doesn't matter, that what if something happens to you later and you may fall, you can get back up. You deserve to win what you win. You deserve to capture your dreams. You have gifts. Each and every one of us have gifts. You don't just have one, you have several. But it's up to you to look within. And once you find it, you figure out what to do with it. And that's up to you. So you better wake up. So wake up. So first of all, I want to say thank you to all the interpreters. Oh, listen, I need your help. So a lot of you on Urban Jazz Dance Company, go ahead and like. Well, it's on our Facebook page. So, more support so we can continue. If you would like to donate, you can go to our website called realurbanjazzdancecompany.com. Our website's on our Facebook. We have a YouTube channel as well. So yeah, go ahead and, our Facebook numbers are small. It might be small, but go ahead and you could go subscribe to our YouTube channel. We need your support. Oh, perfect. So go ahead. So if you want to see this show continue, so please go ahead and donate to this website below. We need all of the love and support. So I want to say thank you to Ashlea Hayes. Thank you to the interpreter. Thank you to the audience. Thank you to HowlRound, Drop Labs. Where are my shoes at? They vibrate. I love them. There's the DeafWoke shirts. Made from pop fish, so thank you. So thank you, pop fish. I got my mask too. They are amazing people. Thank you all for watching. We got more shows coming up. So who's next? You don't want to miss that show. That's going to be so much fun. I want to say thank you all for watching. So peace. Well, remember, just because you can listen, or doesn't mean just because you can hear, doesn't mean you know how to listen. You got to listen from the heart. So peace, love, I'm out. What a great show. Man, my heart is just so filled.